Welcome to another meeting of TVholics Anonymous.
Oh, well, hello, darling.
Hello.
My name is Ruru, and I am a TVholic, aka
Why are we
Mr.
doing-
Vanderpump.
Why are we doing Vanderpump? And my name is Mimi, and I am a TV-holic.
Okay,
What
so
are we doing today? What are we doing today, bro?
Today we're going to start with Valley, and then we're going to move on to Somehow. So,
Okay, yeah. I'm a valley girl. Where's that from? Clueless. Okay.
oh, and before we start, actually, I just want to talk
Wait,
about, you know,
where's
the
that song
episode...
from? I'm a
I don't know.
valley girl. Is it Clueless?
I have no idea
I
what you're
think?
talking about. I literally have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, anyway. Yeah, go on. Before we start.
Okay, so before we start, I just want to talk about the fact that we did the other episode and about, what was it called? Not the
Our
episode
favourite
name, but
podcast.
yeah, about favorite podcast and like all the Bravo gossip. And I forgot
Latest
to
one, yeah.
say that Melissa Gorga and Wendy Osefo are going to be featured in Bravo's new show, Wife Swap.
Oh yeah, we forgot to talk about Wife Swap completely. I thought that as well after we last spoke, and I said, I mean, generally
a
my
dumb
thoughts
show.
are like stupid. Yeah, exactly. It's not something that I'm gonna
Yeah,
be
get off my
excited
screen.
about. But then when I
Bye.
think about like if someone swapped, now that you said Melissa Gorga, if someone wife swapped with Joe Gorga, I think that'd be pretty interesting. So I don't
Yeah,
know.
but Melissa Gorga is like boring as hell. Like, there's nothing interesting
Yeah,
about her.
well,
She'll just be
Happy
showing
Eddie
off,
is as
basically.
well. Boring as hell. So
Yeah,
if they swap with
Happy
each
Eddie's
other,
boring. Wendy Osefo is just like really like annoying as well.
I need it
Like,
my way. She's just
yeah. And yeah, Gorga's the only entertaining one out of the bunch of those four. So okay, anyway, so let's get on with it. So we're starting with
the Valley. Okay. So where to start? So they open up with, I thought, you know, the last episode they had stopped where Jessie was raging and saying, Jason, get out of here, and stop filming and all that. I thought obviously that was a cliffhanger, they were gonna restart from that point, or like it was gonna be dramatic music and then they were gonna open up. But nope. It's just like they started off actually, which was like a win for Jasmine, because they started off with her in the first scene. So something interesting for Jasmine, because she's like been bland up until this episode. She's had a lot to do in this episode, I think.
Okay.
Getting
What was
into
the
the mix
last
of
scene
things.
of the last episode again?
It was Jessie. You know, Jessie got drunk and he got up from their mandala.
Oh yeah, when he was in his underwear.
Yeah. He was in his
In his
gross
diaper.
underwear.
His
In
grey
his
diaper.
nappy. Yeah, diaper for the Americans, nappy for us. But he was in his diaper, and then he was basically telling Jason to get out of my room. So then basically they cut to
Jason is such a pussy, and he's scared of him like constantly. It like really rubs me the wrong way. I hate when men like fanboy or like cater to other men's like, you know, gross toxic masculinity.
Yeah, he's really weird because he does it with Jax as well.
Yeah.
Like he's constantly trying to find a way to, like, he's not the type of person to cut people out because of bad things, apart from Zack apparently. But they haven't even have they talked to Zack and Jason? I never see them interacting much.
No.
Like, I think because he made amends with Janet, I think he's just like, oh, okay, it's okay.
Oh yeah, he hates Zack. And he knows that there's a power struggle there with all the guys, and I think Jax is at the top and Jessie is below him, and then there's Jason, and then there's Zack. Oh no, the other guys as well. So there's Danny. Danny is below.
Danny.
Where would you say Danny is? He's below.
In their eyes, he's below
Jason.
everyone. He's a nobody in their eyes.
What, Danny?
He's below Jason. Yeah, I think Jessie and Jax have more respect for Jason than Danny. So Danny's at the bottom. They think he's a loser.
No, he's not at the bottom actually. It's Kristen's guy. What's his name?
No, I don't think so. I think Jessie likes Luke. Jessie does like Luke more right now because they're friends now. So
oh yeah. I don't think he likes him. I think this is just a strategic ally for him.
Yeah. Anyway, so Jasmine, she opens up the scene and basically she's with her partner Melissa.
Yeah.
And they're talking about stuff. And they give a little bit of, this whole episode, they give a bit of background information, like context to their relationship. They talk about how they've been together for 4 years. And at some point, Michelle asked when they were at that winery, like, how did you get... Okay, no, I have to say it the right way, because let me just... I wrote this down because it was hilarious. There are so many Michelle phrases this time. Oh my God. This is what she said to Jasmine, and Jasmine
What was
and
it?
her girlfriend Melissa. How did you originally met?
I think I
That
was laughing
was
at
a
all
word. Is she nervous
all
on
her Michelle
camera?
thing.
I'm starting to think, like, actually there's something... I was close to
No, I have
Googling, like,
no, I
what...
have heard that people saying that she might be like ESL. So like, English is not her first language.
Yeah, I don't know. I was close to like trying to research that because was she nervous to be on camera? But anyway, she asked this question, and so Jasmine has got a bit of giving a bit of insight to their relationship. She's obviously got messy with the whole... She's got into the
But
thick of it with Danny and Nia.
when I
Right.
was watching, when I watched her and watch What Happens Live with Zack, she wasn't really
Oh, yeah.
talking like this, like robotically.
Oh, Michelle, no.
Yeah, she was talking a bit more fluidly.
I don't know. It was so dull, that episode, wasn't it? God,
Yeah, wasn't like
painful.
I like no. There was an interesting bit when they did that voice for Zack, and then Andy was
The
loving
demon
that.
voice,
Andy was
yeah.
loving that.
The demon voice, that was funny,
Yeah,
And he couldn't handle it, he was like,
yeah.
just freaking out about it.
Andy
Yeah, if
really
someone
had a
did that to
blast with
my
that.
voice, I'd find it so funny. I would like to say like all kinds of crazy things with the demon voice. I really want a demon voice.
That
One
would be
day.
hilarious.
One day. So yeah,
Where were we?
Jasmine
Yeah,
she's obviously got herself involved with the Danny and Nia situation, rightly so, because she is kind of in the middle of it.
yeah.
But
She's in the
then
thick
they
of
were
things.
also... Zack and her, they were all sitting down listening to that whole crazy blowout on the balcony with Michelle and
But that was at the end.
Jessie. That was at the end, yeah. So she's kind of like had a bit to do in this episode. But apart from
Hmm.
that, there's nothing specific to her. Let's get all the boring people out the way. I mean, like Jason, we already said he's just a non-entity. He was... One of the things that really annoyed me is when they were on the van. You know, they had that stripper pole on
Oh
the van,
yeah.
which I
He
don't
put his
even
head
get.
in.
Like, are
He
you
put
guys
his,
20? What is
but
going
he put
on?
his head in Zach's crotch, and then
Oh
Zach was
yes,
like, ugh.
Jesse, yeah. But Jason was like, he was like, I'm getting really annoyed in his confessional. I'm getting really annoyed with Jesse because he's like really drunk and he's like trying to like grind on everything and everyone. But then they cut to Jason in the van with him, like hitting his ass and stuff and like going along with everything. He's like a
He
proper bitch
is,
boy. Like he just follows
yes,
what...
that's the right
In
word.
the moment, he says so
Little
much
bitch
stuff in
boy.
the confessionals, but in the moment he's like, "Oh look, Jesse's having fun. Let me join in."
Yeah, I hate people
Loser,
like that.
loser.
Spineless man.
Yeah, and that's what he's like with his relationship with Janet. He's like, "Oh, Janet's made up with Zack now, so okay, we're just fine now. We don't have to have a conversation." Like he's got no like real opinion. He just follows everyone else.
He's a dummy.
So yeah, that's
But
Jason.
it's
Oh, and
really
then
weird
also the
for a lawyer.
confessional. Huh?
It's really weird for a lawyer to be like that. So submissive. They're normally really aggressive and, like dominant
But
people.
maybe he's not trying to be like that because of his work. Like he probably can't be too crazy.
But he's
I don't
not
know.
even, he's defending, like, he wouldn't even defend his wife and he wouldn't stand up for his wife. That was
Yeah,
all
that's your
pathetic.
job, sir. Defend your wife. You defend people. That's your job. That's what you do. Okay.
Yeah, he must be
Defend
a
them.
really crappy lawyer.
Yeah,
That's
we need to
what
do
makes
that.
me think.
I need to research him as well. Yeah, let's do a deep dive to Jason and his... I bet he doesn't even practice law anymore. He's probably like, well, Dolores. You know,
He's probably one of those ambulance chasers.
look, that country can give like law degrees to anyone. It seems because
Yeah, Kim Kardashian's got one.
and so does... What's Dolores' ex called? What's his name?
Thor!
Yeah, what's his name?
Frank Tanya.
Frank. How did he get a law degree? Please. Who
The only thing he
would
seems to
want
be
him to
doing is
represent
taking
him?
steroids and hitting the gym every day.
But I think that he's probably fairly normal in that city in Jersey. I think it's fairly normal to
Oh
have a
yeah.
lawyer like him. Like that's like
Oh yeah,
standard.
yeah.
It's like standard lawyer.
Teresa had that weird lawyer as well. Remember with the
Oh
glasses? Do
yeah,
you remember
that
when
was
she was going
yeah.
through
She
the
had him
trial?
forever. I think she
He
still
was
has
like a
him because
mafia lawyer.
She still hasn't, because remember she was talking about him with the Louis stuff, and like within the
Didn't
last
she
few
learn a
seasons.
lesson? He was a crap lawyer. He advised them stupid things, and that's why they both ended up in prison. You
She
dummy.
doesn't understand that. She's Teresa. She's at the top of the Bravo dummy list.
I
She's
know, but
right
I
at the
do
top.
like Teresa. I've got a soft spot for Teresa. I'm Team
I know you
Teresa.
do. Oh God. We'll wait for that. We'll wait for that to reboot for Jessie
Oh
to come
God,
back.
I don't
You
want them
know
to
she's
like
coming
get rid
back.
of the cast. I just don't want them to get rid. They can get rid of Danielle Cabral because she's just like useless. She's got so much potential, but she does nothing. She does nothing. I want You know what? If they keep Danielle Cabral, I want her
No.
brother and her sister-in-law on the show.
No, I
Because
think
that will be
I think there's way
spicy.
more potential for her. Rachel Fuda can go. Go, go,
Oh
go.
God, she's so
So boring.
boring. Like
So
I can't
Danielle is
handle her.
way more interesting. And yeah, her brother, I think, that is the in, if her brother and sister-in-law come on. That's a new Teresa
Exactly.
generation, 2.0 situation. Okay, so getting back to the
Okay,
Valley.
sorry, I
Um,
digress.
okay, so we've done. Jason also
And he was on the stripper
confessed
pole.
that his hall pass is Lady Gaga, which is like so Jason. Like, yeah, shocked about
Yeah, but yeah, I can see some resemblance in his wife.
that.
Like I can see some
Really?
like Lady Gaga-ishness in
Okay.
that, that witch. What's her name
Yeah.
again? Forgot her name. What's Jason's wife's name? Damn it, man.
Janet.
Janet. Yeah, what a basic
Basic
name.
name.
Basic name for a basic bitch. Okay. Okay. Oh,
Okay,
sorry I
Janet.
said that, people out there, but I don't like Janet because she's horrible.
We use
She's
it
a
in
horrible
such a
human.
fluffy way, in such like a kind of way.
She's a
Basic.
turd of a human. That's what I feel. Personally.
Um,
Anyway, so basically I thought it was interesting how when that limo broke down, they just all sat there like lemons, like drunk lemons, and they all
yeah, but they were so tired. I was
and
so
apart from
exhausted watching them, like in the heat and
yeah,
then fanning themselves. I was like, I'm not get. If I was there, I would not get up. I would just be like, I'm going for a nap now. Please wake me up when you've decided what to do. Like they looked exhausted for like I don't know. They weren't doing anything, but I think it was all the alcohol. I could feel their like energy through the TV.
yeah,
I
it's
was
just
tired
draining
for them.
the life force out of me.
I was
Also,
tired for them. And Jessie had the great idea to be drunk and like go and hit and go walk
oh,
onto the road.
I
Yeah,
really thought he was
like
gonna get run over. I really did, and no one gave a damn because everyone hates Jeffy.
and then
Also Luke.
coming back to the beginning, like Kristen is like I don't like the fact. I mean, I love Kristen this season, but I don't like the fact that she's like enabling. Well, I didn't like the fact that she was like enabling Jesse's drunken ways because they were
Yeah, but
both
that's only
popping
because
bottles in the champagne in the morning. Like you're 50, you
yeah,
guys, like aren't they?
but that's only because Michelle has been terrible to her. That's why.
Yeah. She only is just like she's gone to the lesser of the two evils, I guess, in her
Yeah, yeah.
eyes.
But
She
also we can't forget that she did out her affair, Michelle's affair that she told Kristen about in secret.
outed
Remember?
Michelle's affair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um,
There's a police
yeah,
siren in the background.
but again, that's because she was pushed into a corner. That's when everyone was, where they had that big dinner, where it was Jessie, another house of Jessie that he was trying to plug, where they had that dinner and everyone was saying that Kristen was spinning stuff and, she was saying the stuff about her being a Republican and all that crap.
Oh yeah.
And basically Janet was the catalyst, but Michelle was like, "You did say it. I believe you. You did it," and things like that,
Oh
And
yes, you
so
did.
it's just some weird. Yeah, so that's why she got back to pushed into a corner, and she just had enough, and she was like, "Oh, I can't take it anymore. She had an affair for 2 years or whatever."
Yeah. So Luke, when he was at the car, when they opened up the hood, he
Let's
knew
talk
what he
about
was
it.
talking about. I thought that was great.
Oh
And
my God, I literally thought that as well. I was like, "This is making you look great." Like I was like
yeah,
feeling Luke. I was like, "Okay,
he
that's
looks
like
very competent.
quite
Very
yeah,
competent
very." He
indeed.
knew what he was talking about. I was like, "You're the man." In that
Yeah,
moment.
ping ping points to him. And also, I thought that why are they all sitting in the car still? The car could blow up because there was
That's
like
what I
steam
thought as
coming
well.
out
I
the
was
car.
like,
I was
they were
like, I'd
making
be
it a bit
getting
dramatic. Like I was like, the concern was there. I was like, yeah, something could happen. It could blow up. Like
yeah.
crazy things have
That's what I
happened.
thought. I would
But
definitely
okay,
get out of the car because it's happened to me
so
before. The car hasn't blown up, but I've had the thought, and I've seen people's cars blow up on the internet from smoke coming out the bonnet.
yeah,
So
of course. Luke started off great in my eyes, and then he slowly started to go downhill because when they got to the winery, when Jessie was like, "This looks like a Monet," you know, like Monet the
Oh yeah.
artist, and he was like, "I've never been to Monet," and I was like, "Oh my
Yeah,
god!"
but also yeah.
Like,
Okay,
I was
because
I was like, the point deducted.
But
Sorry.
he's a simple country bumpkin who lives in Colorado. That's why.
I know, I
Okay.
understand,
Also,
but I mean,
he's not cultured. But I didn't like the fact that Jessie
where's
was
he from?
acting like
Minnesota. He's from something like that, Minnesota.
he's from Colorado. I remember.
Oh yeah.
Anyway. So I didn't like the fact that Jessie was acting like he knew everything about the arts and he was so cultured and he's so great. Like his boast, his pride and his like boastful spirit is like so gross. And I just hate people that are constantly like,
We're gonna
one-upping
get to it.
others.
We're gonna get deep into Jessie.
Yeah,
Trust me, there's a lot. Trust me, there's
yeah.
a lot to
He's like
say.
constantly one-upping others and constantly like, oh, look at my knowledge and I know everything about everything and I'm so fucking knowledgeable and great. Like, grosses me out.
Yeah, I don't know. Also, the other thing about Luke that made me go down his my opinion of him started listening is when he said that his hall pass was the Little Mermaid. Like,
Oh
what
yeah,
the
that was
hell's
fucking
that?
creepy. That was fucking
What
creepy.
the hell was that?
But a lot of guys are like really into anime, like the anime characters, and they like, you know.
Yeah, I mean, oh, okay, we started this pod later then, and we're gonna go into Summer House after, but remember when Carl said the thing about tan lines? There are obviously
Oh
lots
yeah,
of
yeah,
niche
yeah,
porn stuff,
yeah.
and I think anime porn is one of them. Like, I think there's a lot of like
Anime
anime
porn
and
watchers,
also, and I
avid
guess like
fans of
censored
anime porn.
cartoons, because anime is different. Anime is like you think of like Japanese anime kind of stuff and like
Yeah,
Asian
yeah,
anime, but there's a lot of
yeah.
adult anime, so I can understand kind of. But like
Yeah,
cartoon anime, is just, cartoon porn is just like weird. But yeah, anyway, that
yeah.
was like another
But men are
for me
quite
with
like
Luke.
weird as it is.
But that's probably
Um.
another country bumpkin Colorado thing. We'll put it down to that.
Okay,
Simple
and
mind.
also Jessie was on the stripper pole as well. That was a bit like gross as well. Like no one wants to see you prancing around on the stripper pole, Jessie Lally. Okay, gross. Get off my screen.
Yeah, I don't know. He's like obviously like one of those. He's clear like I don't know. He's coming across as he's some sort of like borderline alcoholic. Like what the hell? Like who drinks 2 bottles of champagne and then goes to a winery?
Yeah, a dummy.
How
That's
is
who
he
does.
actually functioning? I don't know. Like that means that you're like you've got great what's the word? I shouldn't say
Alcohol stamina.
tolerance, but like stamina,
Tolerant, yeah.
yeah, for it. And that means that you do it a lot all the time.
Yeah,
So it's
because you have to
crazy.
build that up, don't you? Really.
Yeah, and I love how he's like, the winery is my happy place. Yeah, obviously, we know that. Like that's just so sad. Such a sad
So
place to be.
Michelle and Jessie did have an argument on the bus as well,
Did they?
a little bit, and then not it wasn't really an argument. She was just like disgusted, really, about him, being the way he was on the bus.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
She just said I wish this is the thing about Michelle. Her lines don't really hit, but she's like, I'm hoping someone will just pick him up off the road. That's it in a
yeah.
confessional, and it's like, where's the ending? Like,
Yeah,
where is the
there's no
punchline?
thing.
There's no
Yeah,
punchline. There's no punchline with her.
I'd
One
like if
time she
she.
said he wants to show everyone how much he knows about wine and how much he can drink the wine. That's it.
Well,
That was a
yeah.
confessional.
Yeah, but I feel like if English is not your first language, maybe say it in whatever language you're good at cussing people out in,
Or
and then they
maybe
can put a translation on the screen in the Chiron thing.
I don't think that is not a fact language. I'm gonna like, but
I'd like that.
I think she
She could cuss him out
She
properly
obviously,
then.
if it's not her first language, she's obviously very good then still. But then maybe she should say it in a confessional. I mean, we're making up a whole lie here. This might not be the truth. But she could say it in her confessional and be like, sometimes I find it hard to communicate with Jessie because English is not my first language. I came from blah da da and I
Yeah,
was 5 years old. It was really hard. Like I made a whole storyline up for her.
yeah,
Like just go with
yeah.
it. Take my storyline because
We
you
need a
look crazy right
backstory.
now.
We need a backstory,
We need a
Michelle
backstory
Lally.
because you look crazy. Even if it's not the truth, then just go with that because
What did they say her name is now? Now that she's not representing herself as Michelle Lally.
Oh, I don't know. Michelle. I don't know. But isn't she
Something.
like...
I don't know, for some reason I just feel
she's
like
like
saying
mixed
Trachtenberg.
something, isn't she? I don't know. Huh?
Yeah, she's half Iranian. So I think she might be the bridge between the Valley and the Valley Persian style.
Oh my
Because
god,
she's
she'll
half
get
Iranian and she's
munched and
half
spat out by those
Hispanic.
people there.
Yeah.
She can't
I
hang
hope we
with
hear her
them.
speaking Farsi or something.
She can't hang with them.
So what did you think about the hooker comment that he made about Michelle? Jessie, I'm
She's the
talking about.
escort. Oh yeah, the hook. Oh yeah, yeah, a
Hooker.
whore. No, he
He
called her
just
whore.
blatantly
Sorry.
called her hooker in front of all those people.
When they were at the winery, right?
Yeah. And
He
then
called her a
what did she say? She said that you are she said something hilarious there as well.
Disaster. It was like
No, she said I am the mother of your something like that. But she's trying to say I'm the mother.
Look at yourself. You're a disaster. Go
Yeah,
like that one.
yeah, it was hilarious. Look at yourself. You are a disaster.
Disaster. It was like that. It was like so funny. I had to rewind it to
It's
see it
so
a few times.
broken.
I think she
And
was
she said,
nervous and she didn't want the camera. But then I think in those heated moments, how can you be nervous? Because you're just responding now to that idiot. So okay, so I think they went there and the first thing he said was, "I want to apologize."
yeah.
Right? He said, "I want to apologize for the calling you an escort at first." But then it all went very south, and then it ended up in him calling her a whore in the end anyway. So
Yeah, because he said you're a hooker.
yeah.
Oh, and then
So
what did you think about? She called him. What did she say about him? She said that
about the money stuff.
No, she intimated that he was basically insinuated that she was basically
around.
No, that he was getting paid money on his birthday by a gay man who is his friend or client. So, and she's basically saying,
he's
I had it
sleeping
written
around
down somewhere. No,
she said, why is he getting
like,
money from a gay guy? Basically,
yeah,
and it's like,
sorry about my stomach, guys. I know you guys all heard it.
I didn't hear it.
It's making loud noises. I'm sure they heard the sirens in the background of you as well. Earlier. What was I saying?
She's talking about how she's insinuating that he's getting money.
She's basically insinuating that he's gay, that he's gay for money, as in he sleeps with men for money. Or something like that.
But that's the thing, like, and the thing is, that whole people
run with that.
She doesn't know how to back herself up in what she's saying. Like, she just throws out these comments like that, and then it makes her look like an idiot. Because what's that got to do with anything? Like, why are you getting money from a gay guy?
Yeah.
No, it could be for anything. Especially that on doubling down with the fact that everyone was going off at her for being a Republican, and she'd already made there was some like kind of anti-gay comment or something that she made, I think. That came out.
We're not gonna go into that because we don't know for sure.
I don't know for sure, but I remember there was something, but yeah. I don't know about that though.
Okay, so let's talk about how Danny. You know when Danny followed what's that toxic witch's name? Janet into the pantry. I thought he was going to get handsy with her or something. Didn't you think that?
Well?
Because he did that with the two lesbians. So with Jasmine and
such an obvious way, like that would literally be like the police are going to be called on you if that was the case.
Yeah, but I just thought, like, what's going to happen? Like, it was like so ominous.
The way they filmed it and the dramaticness of it.
Yeah.
And especially because Janet was like, I went into the pantry. And
then Danny followed.
But yeah, exactly. She's so dramatic with it as well. But okay, so before that, when he got to the winery, like his intention was to obviously get really drunk, like drunk off his face, and he was like, "I need to catch up with the guys. I missed a day and stuff." And the whole time, you could tell Nia was going crazy. She was like, "Danny, I think you've caught up already."
We forgot about Nia and Danny in the car when she was telling him off in the car on the phone, and everyone heard.
So she's always trying to
reel him in. Because he's a wild.
Pretty much. He's wild. He had tried to chug that bottle of tequila. That's what Janet said when he came back. I
That's what
don't
he was
really
doing in the
know the
pantry,
reason
drinking.
why. I mean, this is for therapy for him, but I don't really know the reason why he's drinking. Maybe it is escapism. Like at the
Because
end
he's got
where the
so many
dinner
kids.
happened, I think Kristen and Luke were standing up for the two of them in that way, that you don't really know like how tough their day to day is, and he's maybe just trying to escape. Like the assumption is, well, obviously Jasmine's coming from another area that's
But
all great
obviously,
to escape, but then don't be touching me or my girlfriend.
yeah, but guess what? Yeah, drinking is not a good form of escape for anyone with like 100 kids.
Oh my god,
Drinking
tell
is
it
a
to all
bad
the alcoholics
idea.
out there. Like it exists for a reason.
Yeah, but I feel like he is heading towards the path of alcoholism. If he keeps doing like getting drunk every time he wants to go for a drink, or like wants to get away, like to escape and stuff. Guys, I'm really sorry about my stomach, like constantly making noises, like it's making farting sounds. I'm aware. Okay, sorry.
um,
You're just gonna have to bear with it.
I mean, look, Jesse openly is a drunk, and he's a
Yeah.
ragey kind of drunk, so that's his issue. Obviously, Danny's he's a handsy kind of drunk. So they're all
Both
drunk. But
ways.
if like for Jesse to like in that episode before like be like, oh, he goes and sneaks a shot or two on his own, like I mean, let's not you pot kettle calling the kettle black. You're not the person like to be talking about this stuff. Just shut your mouth. But Danny, I think Luke and Kristen were standing up for him because they think he drinks because of like he's got all these kids and stuff. And I think that conversation when she was on the phone with Nia was on the phone with him, and she was like, "You must listen to your wife first."
Yeah, I bet he was going off the rails, like wanting to do something crazy.
No, she was like, "I need you to stop by the house before you come to pick up some stuff." And he's probably like, "Oh, I can't do that. I've got to go. I'm going to miss my flight and stuff." And then she's like, "Danny, you
Not
need to
flight.
listen to your
He was
wife."
just driving. He was
Driving
driving
or
back
whatever
up.
it is. He was like, "No, I just want to get there quick, otherwise it's going to be late or whatever." And she's probably
Yeah,
like,
because
"No, Danny, you're going to listen to your wife first." I mean, look, I've got feelings about Nia. I told you in the first season, like there's something
I
there.
don't think there's anything wrong with Nia. I think
No, I think
like
she likes the
you wouldn't want
baby.
all your dirty laundry out there, would
No,
you? Like
I
no one
don't think.
would.
I don't think at this point, because she's got so many kids, she can tell the difference between Danny and the kid. She talks to him
Oh
like a
yeah,
child.
yeah,
She's just
yeah.
like, "Danny, do you want to get up now, Danny?" Like it's all very childlike, and I think it's probably grating on him a bit. Like, and I think like
No, I
it
think he
was
likes it. I think
really
he's
pissing me
childlike.
off. I was really, I don't know, like
He's
it's there's
childlike
something
himself.
there's something irritating. I can't hang with her like people like someone like that that's like babying type of person. He's had a really long drive and he's so tired. Just let him have a rest. Like it's a baby. He's
But
not a baby.
but
Let him
listen,
speak for himself.
you naturally do that anyway when you're a mother. You start to baby everyone.
I know, but she needs to realize that's what she's doing because it's problematic in people's relationships in general when they have kids. Like people don't know how to like stay,
Disconnect from the mother character.
they don't know how to cut it, and then it either becomes a problem or it doesn't become a problem, but it can be I mean, I'm just saying what I see, and it's like
Yeah.
when she went to go get him out of the bed, she's like, "I think you need a little more sleep, you're a bit tired, da, 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 da." And she really didn't want him to come out, let's be honest as well.
Okay, you know what? Let's move on because we have a lot of feelings about that, but we'll get on. We'll move on. Zack, how did you feel about Zack cuddling the onion dip in the morning?
Yeah, I put that in my notes. Dip in the bed. No, it ain't like I don't understand that.
You're already gonna have morning breath, and then you're gonna have onion morning breath. It's gonna be that's foul. That is foul. Okay. Now,
Yeah,
next,
gross.
move on to
But you know that bed conversation? Like I literally thought that Brittany was gonna suffocate with her boobs. Like they were just like going into her neck and gonna set like a pillow, gonna suffocate her.
And a lot of people say that's Jack's fault because he wanted her to get those giant boobs, but it's her fault too because she agreed to it, that dummy, okay? And she also agreed to marrying that demon of a man, okay? So no,
whatever it is, I was
she's an
scared for her
idiot.
life. I was scared for her life. I literally thought they were gonna roll into her neck and into her face and
Yeah,
suffocate her.
and it's making her look really like top heavy.
Yeah,
Because the bottom
caricature-ish, yeah.
half,
She's another caricature.
doesn't match the
Especially
top.
with her angry eyebrows. At the dinner today, she had the angry eyebrows on. she'd pencil them in angry. So when she was having the fight in the room with Nia, it was like, ew, evil, top heavy and evil eyebrows.
Okay, so let's talk about the fight now that you brought up. Like, how do you feel about that?
And
before that, actually, let's talk about Jax's angry text still, like rage text. I wouldn't call it rage text. I call it like threats. He's just constantly threatening her.
I literally, I don't know what I do in that situation. It's really like it makes gives me anxiety thinking about it.
No, I don't feel sorry for her. She said that
she obviously needs, and she's like, it's strange because just like Zack said, oh, what kind of text at this time? What kind of Jax are we getting this time? And she's like, oh, it's the nice Jax, basically. He's saying that he's bipolar. Right, I don't know what you feel about that.
Whatever.
That's one of Jax's obviously.
But there's a lot of bipolar people, but they're not evil, and they don't threaten to they don't threaten people constantly,
Yeah, and I'm sorry, I believe it when you're on your medication. Like, if you've been prescribed something.
He's a liar. He's a known liar.
He is a known liar. He is a pathological liar, crazy person. So I don't know about that. But I do agree that she probably does need therapy. She said she's going to get therapy to put herself first and not respond to him and not try and be a caretaker to him, because she has been that role for so long. It's difficult, I think, for her.
Yeah, but I don't feel sorry for her because she married him.
Yeah, I know, but she just responds straight away. So when she sees the text, she's like, I have to see it, and I.
But do you have to? Do you have to?
Just block him, for God's sake. I don't know.
Okay. Let's move on now.
He's the father of my son. Like, why?
Yeah, she can't block him because they have to co-parent. But she doesn't have to respond to all his texts. She can just browse through it and then be like, not respond. And that can teach him a lesson. Like, she's not going to respond to me when I act badly. And if I want a response, I better,
No, he's going to be even more angry. He's just like that person. Look, when I really need her, she just doesn't even respond to me. Like, she's such a shit wife. Like, that's what he'd be like. And then he just basically chats shit about to all of his friends. So, which is bad as well. So I don't know. There's no helping him. Like, all of the therapy and everything in the world is that man cannot be fixed.
He just uses therapy. He uses it to his advantage.
Even if he genuinely tried to, I don't think they're he is there's too many layers to get through.
Okay, so now how do you feel about the Nia, Brittany, Jasmine argument at the end?
Okay, so firstly, Zack, to get his revenge on Brittany, right? It was all about his revenge. It's like, Nia, I've got to tell you something, but just listen. And then it's like,
Nia,
and he's like,
brother.
Yeah, so he's saying everyone's saying that you don't really show your true. Which is, what do you think about that? Do you think that's true, that they don't really show their relationship? They're hiding stuff?
To a certain extent, but also I think that they've got a lot of stress and pressure because of the 100 kids, which they kind of brought on themselves as well. But
yeah, I mean, look, they've always had the 100 kids since the season started last season. So you either make a decision to come on the show and be honest, because people sniff that crap out, that shit out, especially viewers.
Yeah, but it's nothing so terrible that she's hiding. Like, it's nothing so terrible that she just.
Yeah, she is. She didn't want him to come to the dinner. She did that on purpose. She was babying him, and then she tried very passively. Why don't you come, Danny? And he said it in the end. He said, "You didn't really try."
Would you want him to come to the dinner?
Because he's going to make a fool out of himself. But that's the point. Is you can't keep covering up for him. And why didn't you just say on the table it's true? He's drunk. I don't want him here. He's gonna make a mess.
She could have done that. She could have done that.
But be just upfront with these are your mates. Apparently,
it's a TV show. Let's be real.
That's what I mean. If you're not mate,
she should. I feel like that's what she should have done. Just been like, oh, he's drunk, so I don't want him at dinner.
No one on that table's really gonna judge him. They in no place to judge him, including Kristen and everyone. They've all been delivering idiots. So. Yeah, what is she's worried about being judged. Jasmine, I said it last episode, last time we did this pod. She is so worried that she's got that Miss USA pageantry image going.
You mean not Jasmine, Nia?
Yeah. But I said I said Nia. It last pod.
You mean Nia?
Nia is Jasmine said that Nia's got Miss USA pageantry image going on, and she has to be perfect and all buttoned up. It is so true. Like, that is what it is, and she can't shake it. She will never be any other way. That's the way she is. So you
She
shouldn't
must
be on
have
the
been
program.
close. She must have been close with that other troll of a woman. You know, the one Raquel, because they're all in the same circle, so she must know, and they're
I
pageant
don't
people.
think Rachel got to Miss USA level. Like, I don't...
Yeah, but she might have got help from them, you know, because they all know each other, so they're all close with the Vanderpump Rules
maybe.
people, so she might have got help. They might have been like, oh, Nia could help you because she's was Miss USA, you know.
Don't really
I
know.
think so.
But you know, don't you think, like, if Nia and Daniel left, you wouldn't miss them, right? From the show.
What? Say that again?
If they left the program, it would be fine.
Yeah, but I feel like they bring a different kind of element to the, because the show is so evil and
But are they
dark right
bringing
now.
that element
Because
to
of
it
Jessie and
because they
Jack.
are faking it? They are dark as well, but it's so great
but
to
not
see.
as dark. Not as dark.
But let us be the judge of how dark it is. If you open up and let us judge you.
Most of the time, I'm really loving Kristen and Luke, because Kristen brings like a light, airy feeling to the show.
Yeah, because
she's just
she's a
hilarious.
veteran and she knows where the pitfall, like where the holes. Like, she gives enough. She knows what she's doing, and she's really like that to that point. But you don't feel like she's hiding anything still. She's just got
She
that
never she's
energy.
never hidden anything.
No, exactly. So
In her
she's
whole career.
genuinely like, that's fine. If you've got nothing going on and you're like living your life, but you're being genuine, this is like, if they had nothing going on and they were like living genuinely, I felt genuine about them, it would be fine, Nia and Daniel. But I feel like they're hiding things, so I can't be like, oh, you're the best couple here. Like,
Okay, so are you team Jasmine and Brittany then in this whole fight?
I'm team Jasmine and Brittany in the fact that I need Nia to.
How dare him! How dare him!
How dare
Dare
him!
him! Okay, how dare you?
I
How dare
know.
him!
Well, you can say that. I think people are pretty mixed on their opinion of this.
I'm team Nia and Danny, because Brittany just wants misery like company, and Brittany just wants Danny and Nia to be in the same messed up situation as her, because she is like, she's a terror. I do not like Brittany at all, because she knew what Jax was. She carried on she dated him. She knew what Jax was when she married him. She knew what Jax was when she decided to have a kid with him, and she knew what Jax was when she was going through all this drama and stress with him, and she still carries on.
She wasn't really saying much to Nia. She wasn't saying like, I'm telling you to say that when he gets drunk he gets handsy and stuff. She's just saying, why can't you say he's drunk, not he had a long drive and he's tired, that's why he's sleeping.
I do agree with that, because
so
I do think that she should have said that at the table.
For Nia then to say, well, just you want to bring me down with you, because saying he's drunk is not bringing someone down. Like, it's really like not. No,
but she did admit it. She goes,
you
yeah,
have to
he is
hide.
drunk.
But then it becomes a case of, if you're gonna go that far to hide that your husband's drunk, like, there's like, what is, everything is so surface with you then? Like, what is, I don't understand.
But she did in the end. She did admit, yeah, he's drunk. That's why I didn't want him down.
Yeah, but why couldn't you say that in the moment? If no one brought it up, she still wouldn't have admitted it. She still wouldn't admit it unless this all happened.
But she's not a demon. She's not a demon like Brittany. Brittany's a literal demon for being with a demon and acting like a demon.
That's not a conversation that would ever come up in the program. Like, I think Brittany is a messy like, she's like puts herself into all these situations. She is, but all her point is that, like, I'm openly being myself, as crazy and stupid as I am, and my husband is. Why can't you just say your husband is drunk? Like, why are you covering it? Like, you're literally trying to cover it. So then that makes me think, oh, should we cover stuff? Like, am I meant to? If we all want to be like that, then we can all be like that. I shouldn't have been so open with my life. So I don't know. I think you don't have to go all the way and talk about everything, but I think you just be normal. Like, contribute to being a little bit open.
And was Janet there as well when they were having that like bust up in the end? I don't think.
Oh yeah, she opened the door because they were in that pantry or something listening, weren't they?
I'm sure Janet next episode is going to have a whole shitload to say, because you know she's always mouthing off about something.
I don't know where Zack stands with all this, by the way. Like, I don't know whether, I mean, this reunion is going to be interesting. I'm excited for the reunion, because I think
Zack and Brittany will have it out. They did it early. They've already done it the like 2 weeks ago.
No, I know, but I think there's still fallout from this. I think Zack and Brittany will have an issue.
Yeah, but they did it early because Kristen and Nia's due date is when the reunion was going to be. So they had to do it early for that.
But
Okay,
still,
so
but they
let's
already
move
got
on
issues
now.
because when Nia and Kristen went on Watch What Happens, she already alluded to the fact that she's not friends with Janet, Nia, and Brittany. So they've had it out at the
maybe she did
reunion.
jump in after in this fight. Okay, so let's move on to Summer House. That I think we're done with it. We're done with everyone, really. What did you think of not Janet, Jasmine's girlfriend? Because she hardly says anything.
I think
What are your thoughts on
there
her?
was a bit where she went inside and she was like, "You guys are too much." I think that it's just chaotic. Like for people to come into these types of groups, like it's a lot. But then maybe it's because of her work or something. Like she can't really be like caught in the
What's
mess.
her
I don't
work
know.
again? Oh,
I
she's
don't
in
know.
the tech industry or something like that, I think.
I don't know.
Something like that.
But no, we
Yeah.
didn't actually talk about the Jessie and Michelle fight about his current girlfriend on their balcony.
Oh yeah. Go on.
So basically, Michelle was saying like, I don't want to hear like this girlfriend's an idiot, and you don't like I don't know what you're doing with her, and I don't need to hear from my daughter when she comes home that she's got a second mummy. Like literally, no one wants to hear that. Like fuck Jesse for like encouraging that kind of chat with his stupid girlfriend of 2 months. Like this is your new mum. Like he's obviously encouraging that sort of chat, and like that's just gross. Like you and your stupid 2 month fling.
Yeah,
Like
but
no one gives a
she's
fuck.
doing literally the same thing with that weird, what's his name,
But
Alex
she's
or
not saying that
whatever.
that's your daddy,
We
your
don't know what
second
she's saying behind
daddy.
the scenes. We don't know what she's saying. But
God.
he is calling her and stuff to say good night and things like that. Remember she said that he's calling her on the phone and things like that. So it is a bit weird. They just don't have. They're just
They're
stupid and they don't
so
have any
toxic.
boundaries.
They're so toxic. And like I said last pod, like I don't know why they can't just rise above it and be like yes, we're not good together, but I don't know. They just want to they just want to take digs at each other and like be
They
the
want to get
winner of
even
this
with each other
fight. And they
constantly.
constantly, it's so bad. It's so bad.
They don't even care that they're totally messing up this child's life. They don't care that they're like destroying her soul, basically. Like when she grows up, she's going to be torn constantly between these two like fools. Don't you feel? Like she
Yeah,
just
and I don't
won't
know.
know where
Like
to go.
someone can take
They're
the
going
high
to keep.
road. Even she can take the high road and just be like, Jesse, just do what you want. Like I just want to, and talk to him calmly. But she constantly, every so often, then she'll take a dig at him and be like, "You're a disgusting person." Like you, like even when he tries to
You are
apologize, she just can't.
disgusting.
She's like apologize. Yeah, she can't just take it, the apology, and then be like, let's just sweep it under the rug and let's just move on to the next thing. Then she has to get in her shit and like say something to him, and he's just not the person that you could be like that with. She needs to learn how to play him a little bit for what she needs. He's just reactive, so I don't know. All the alcohol probably didn't help as well. So
Okay, so now I think we should move on to Summer House
Summer
because
House.
I think
Yes. Let's do
that
that. Yeah.
so basically Summer House, I really find that show like really like entertaining right now. I'm loving it.
Loving
Compared to
it.
the
And I'm
Valley,
sad. It's
Valley's
the
a bit
last
more.
episode. It's the last episode next week because they talk. I got so
Oh
sad because in the car,
no!
Jesse and West were like last weekend, and I was like, oh.
Oh please. Okay, before we get started on them, I watched What Happens Live, and basically Jesse
Oh, I
and
haven't seen that. I haven't seen
no,
it.
wait, Jesse and it's not anything about exactly what happened, but it's just their demeanor on there. I had to stop watching because it was so toxic. They weren't taking responsibility
Beast
for any
behavior.
of their actions, yeah, and they were basically like acting like, oh, it's all Sierra's fault or it's all Lexi's fault, and they
Yeah,
just
basically
they're
that's how the
toxic
episode went.
masculinity.
That's literally how I'm so frustrated with Jesse. Like how he doesn't see it as well. Watching these episodes back, I'm sure he's getting a lot of shit, and he doesn't
Yeah,
see
but
it.
he
He's
just
just
thinks
like
that
doubling
he thinks he's
down.
great. That's what happens if you raise a toxic male. Okay,
He's crazy.
a toxic male, and he just thinks he can do no wrong. He's just like, ugh, it was so gross. I couldn't carry on watching that episode. I had to switch it off. It was
Yes.
nasty.
Okay, can I just start off with some like non-issue kind of people, which
Yeah, go
is
on.
Paige. Okay, so
Page, yeah.
she's had her moment with the Craig stuff, and after that, she's not really got much going on, right?
Yeah, but she loves to get in the thick of the gossip.
But she's Auntie
loving
Paige
this.
now. She is Auntie Paige. She's getting into it. She's getting the gossip, and I think that's where she thrives anyway. She likes all that stuff. But the
What
worst
woman
part
doesn't
was when
like
she
gossip?
walked into the summer house without her shoes on. Like, why? That floor. You're basically outside in the summer house. It's all gross.
Oh yeah, that was gross. That was nasty.
I was
Nasty
like,
as hell.
why? Like gross, poopy shoes people have walked in with. Like
Yuck.
no, I'm not.
Why
I'm
would you
not
do
feeling
that?
that. So
You're
I
definitely
wasn't.
gonna get some
And
kind of
I
nasty
didn't think that
disease.
was like a Paige thing to do as well. I was like, wow, I was quite impressed. I was quite not impressed, but I was quite like shocked. So the house continues to be a mess, like the bedroom situation, all very messy. I can't stand Jessie and everyone calling each other Beast. Carl
Oh
Beast.
yeah, that's so gross.
It's West.
Another...
It's West that doesn't know. Carl Beast.
Yeah, it's just nasty. It's like it's just more of the toxic masculinity
Another layer of the
rearing its
toxic.
ugly head.
Yep.
So what did you think about when they first came in and then like Lexi was telling the girls like I can't stand him anymore?
Okay, so there was the dual
I want to break up.
conversations. So there was
In the car?
Jessie and West in the car driving up, and then there was Lexi, Gabby in the back, and Gabby, who's yet to make an impact on the season, and then there was Lindsay. Now, they were obviously, the whole point was that they were in two different places. Like Jessie was saying this weekend he wants to try and make Lexi his girlfriend, and Lexi was saying she wants to break up with him as soon as she gets there. So like it's a literal like reflection of their relationship. Like they're so up and down, they're never on the same page. But the catalyst obviously was the fact that Jessie, during the week that they weren't in the Hamptons, Lexi invited Jessie to meet some of her friends that were in town, that would come in town from
They mentioned
Canada,
that
from
what
wherever
happened
they're from.
live, and he
Yeah,
was like basically, oh, I don't want to go see her parents again, and I didn't know anything about this friend, and he was
why
like,
can't you be
I never
honest?
even, he goes, I never even knew anything about this friend, and then basically they were talking about how he went to get a manicure.
Yeah.
And he was like, why would you, Andy was like, why would you go and get a manicure instead? And then he was like, I was just walking by and I saw a manicure place and I just went there.
No, but it's not even that. Like, go and get a manicure. Like, you can do stuff yourself. You don't have to do everything
No,
with her.
Andy,
But he could just say,
Andy was
like,
like,
I just want to have some
no,
me time today, or
no,
whatever. I
Andy
don't
was
know.
like, what kind of person gets a manicure at like 9 o'clock at night? And he was like, it was a late night manicure place. Andy.
It was a late night manicure place.
Yeah,
No,
Andy.
he is,
I hate
I
his
can
voice.
believe all that. I can believe all that Jessie went and got a manicure at 9 p.m. But why is it, Lexi's saying, like, he doesn't want to hang out with me and my family. But, like, I'll be honest, like, he's done enough hanging out with you and your family. He could just say, honestly, like, I don't really want to go out tonight. Why can't you say that? Like,
Because he's a
you can't
pussy
be
and he
out
likes to lie.
Huh?
He's a chronic liar and he likes to lie about
Yeah, but
everything
if
and
she
he
wants to
can't
believe that he's
tell the
lying
truth.
again, that's fine. But look, the fact that he like covers up, and he still wasn't saying honestly how he felt. Like he was like basically saying, "I'd rather do anything but hang out with your family and friends right now," right? But he doesn't know how to say it, and he should have just said like, you know what, we hung out. Like I'm hanging out with your like family for like on a few occasions recently. Like I just want to like spend this like Friday night myself or whatever. Like do my own shit, catch up on my own shit. But like there's the way he seedily goes about shit. Like it's, and you
It's
know,
so gross
Lexi, I've been really up and down on my feelings about Lexi as well. Like the fact that she keeps going back to him, and I really hope, but I do like the way she
that's because
breaks
she's
up with him and
young.
puts him in his place. I think she's good at breaking up with people.
But that's because she's young and that's why she keeps going back and hoping for a change. Like hoping that
I'm
he'll
really
be better.
hoping that this reunion, that there's after this break, I'm really hoping that they didn't go back to each other
Have they
before
filmed
when
the
it
reunion?
ended. I don't know, but what I'm
No,
just saying is that
no. That she hates him and he doesn't like her either.
But it's not shocking to me if it's like, oh, after they wrapped up the season, like they
I think she's
did see
dating
each
someone
other.
else.
She did see each other once more, and then because this is a year ago, right?
No,
Remember?
she's dating someone else.
No, but that's fine. But this is a year ago. I'm talking like after they wrapped up the season. I'm
Yeah,
sure they had a
but
few couple more bangs, and then they
she's gone on
broke up.
podcast talking about how she doesn't like him and she's got a
Yeah,
problem
that's
with
fine now,
Sierra.
a year later. But I'm saying the summer ends in August. I'm sure they banged a few times in September, and then they broke up, kind of thing.
No, I think it was a clean cut because she got the ick.
Oh, yep. The ick, yeah. Oh my
Yeah, she
god,
got the ick.
all these girls were loving the drama and the conversation, weren't they? They were
Yeah.
just like Lindsay and
They were like
everyone. They were so
hungry tigers.
excited about it. They were like, "This is our feast. This is
Yeah,
our
they were
like meal
feasting on
before
it.
our meal." They were loving it, and Gabby was like, "Go over there and have a conversation."
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
But
glad that she
I
did it
just don't
straight
like how
away. I
what?
respect the fact that Lexi was like, "I just want to do it now because I don't want to
Yeah.
be all like
A
faking
clean
the
cut.
touchy feely stuff."
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No, but
Because
a
she
lot
was
of people
grossed out
do.
by him.
Yeah,
She was
she was
grossed
grossed
out
out
by
by him.
him.
She didn't want him to touch him. It's like, ugh, don't touch
Yeah,
me.
I
And
find him gross
like,
anyway as it is.
yeah, I think everyone's got the ick from him. Everyone watching him has got the ick from him as well. So,
Now, how do you feel about like I hated the fact that all of the men and women in the house went straight to Jesse's room when he went off like a pussy after she told him off and broke up with him, and he's like, "Oh, I need to go. Can we go to my room? Can we go to our room?" Like a little pussy, like a little like something happened to me and someone was mean to me, and now I'm gonna
he just doesn't
cry.
get it. Okay, so the conversation, it was so frustrating, that conversation when they were on Carl and Amanda's balcony, right? When she was trying to break up with him, she was like, "Look, I just don't want to be teaching you. You don't get it." Like, and he's like, "I don't think it's fair for you to make me out as being a liar. You know, I'm not a liar."
Because
And it's
he's
like,
deluded. He really thinks that he's so
and he
great, and he
literally
doesn't know.
said after, so basically he just felt like, "Oh, you're being mean to me, right? Like, you keep calling me a liar and you keep making me out to be someone I'm not." Cut to when
He's a
he
toxic
goes up to
man.
West and talks to him and everyone else in the bedroom, and he's like, "Okay, literally, I wrote this down. This is what he said, okay?
Verbatim.
Let's say verbatim." Okay, he said, she's making up that I told half truths that are lies, and now I'm a liar. What? He basically and he
Well,
basically
watch
says
what
that.
happens. And watch what happens. I said watch what happens. Watch what happens live. He
Yeah,
basically goes that half truth. I said half truths, and
yeah.
she's calling me a liar.
That
Half
listen, he
truths
says it in the
aren't
program.
lies.
Yeah, he basically says, "I don't like that she's making me out to be a liar. I guess I lie by omission with the tailgate and half truth when talking to other people." So yes, you just admitted that
That's a
you're a liar.
lie. You fucking idiot.
He's a fucking idiot. Like, the
Dummy.
biggest fucking.
What's his
And
job
then
again?
Sierra walks in, right?
What did
Okay,
he do
and
for a
then
living?
he lies. I mean, we don't actually know, because then it goes on to the. He's saying he didn't specify in the moment that earlier in the week they had a conversation where they met. They met up earlier in the week, and she said that, "I wasn't happy about you meeting up with Sierra," right? But
Yeah.
like, to lead with that in the conversation with Sierra, and Sierra's like, "What? What have I got to do with it?" I can't stand the fact that.
That was strategic. He did that on purpose because he knew
Yeah, of
that she would be
course.
pissed,
And
and
he's
he'd
trying
ruined
to
her
make it out
relationship
as
with
though
Sierra and the girls.
Lexi's only breaking up with me because she's jealous. She's not
Yeah.
breaking up with me because she's got the ick or she doesn't like me on all the other issues. The
Yeah.
main thing is that basically she basically told me, like,
But now
"I'm pissed off
Sierra,
with you being friends
even
with
in
Sierra,"
real
so
time,
she's jealous.
yeah, but
And you're
in real
spinning
time,
shit.
Yeah, but in real time, Sierra doesn't like Lexi anymore.
Oh, I know that. And I can't stand that about Sierra. I don't think she's a like. I think why is she so quick to believe Jessie?
Because they've
I
known
don't
each other
think
for
she's a.
longer.
I'll
That's
be
why.
honest with you. Like, the thing with Sierra, I don't think she's a girl's girl when it comes to new people coming in. She had the same issue with Gabby. Do you remember a couple of seasons ago when Gabby first came in?
But
Gabby was
yeah,
like, "I find it hard to. I just feel
yeah,
like
but
you cut me
yeah.
off and you don't."
But wait. But it's because she feels like they're coming for her job as well. I think
What job?
Summer House is her job.
That's not her job to be like. That's not her. That's still mean girl behavior.
Yeah, but she feels like she's gonna get replaced.
Like,
Like
you
if
think
you
that
feel like
that
you're being replaced in the workplace.
girls, when they talk about girls, they're like meant to support each other. Like, you're just like that
Yes,
person
I
that's like,
understand.
"It's me
I
or
understand how
you."
it sounds bad. It looks bad, but I feel like I would be very defensive as well if someone was coming for my job and my livelihood and my money. Wouldn't you? You wouldn't be like, "Oh yes, just
But it's not
come
like
in
that.
and
Summer
take my
House is
job."
not like that, where they take one out and put one in. They just
Well, they
add.
do
Unless you're
sometimes. They do
boring.
sometimes. It's just
Unless
about
you're
people.
boring, they'll take you out. Like Cookie Girl. Obviously, she was boring, so she
I
went.
know, I can't remember her name.
Exactly, but she was
You're
boring.
right.
Oh, she was so boring. So that is not an excuse. I'm sorry. The fact that she believes this Jesse stupid idiot. We know he's a stupid idiot. Like, there are
He's a
so many
liar.
instances, and he's a
Liar,
liar.
pants, and motherfucking
She's like,
fire.
why is she having a go? So she just believes whatever Jesse said. Like, why are you like, you're jealous of me? Like,
She's jealous of me. That's
I
what he's
don't
saying,
know.
basically. He's gross. He's a gross person, and I hate everything about him.
And the thing is, the truth is, they weren't on good terms. To Lexi, in Lexi's eyes, Sierra and Jessie were not on good terms. They had that last episode, the weekend before. They had just made up on the beach, and then they end up going for like a friend date to the US Open, which pissed me the hell off because they openly said they know nothing about tennis.
Yeah, we're tennis people.
Give me a ticket.
We're tennis people. Okay. And I hate it when people on Bravo especially it grates on me when they don't know nothing about tennis or they play tennis stupidly and shittily, okay? Don't do that to that sport, okay? That is my sport.
Why didn't Gabby plays tennis? Why didn't she get a ticket?
Oh, didn't she was playing tennis with her sister once?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her dad got them into it or something or whatever. So anyway, what I'm just saying is that I think in Lexi's eyes it is kind of like it's true that because what Lexi was trying to say to Sierra as well after she broke up with him was that I can't get close to any of you girls generally, and it became this whole point that she's saying I'm generally can't get close to you girls, obviously including you, Sierra, because you're the one that Jessie and that we were having an issue with. Yeah, and then Sierra's like, why are you saying that you can't get along with... And Jessie spins it that she's saying specifically she can't get along with you only.
Yeah, but you know why Jessie did that? Because he wanted revenge. That was his revenge. He didn't want her to be happy because she hurt him by breaking up with him. And then he wanted to take it out on her by making her destroy her relationship with all the girls in the house.
But then why does Sierra say... Well, that's so annoying because you just said one thing to me, Lexi, that you can't get with all the girls. Yeah, but now I'm hearing from Jessie. I'm hearing from Jessie that it's specifically me. Oh, you just believe Jessie. Great. Good one.
Yeah, but I think that's more to do with...
Lexi, I don't believe that because Lexi has not been really weird and confrontational with Sierra.
But she hasn't spent any time with girls really at all. She's just been stuck to Jessie's side the whole time in the summer house.
I think she spent more time... Do you remember that girl that got with Corey, the crazy one?
Oh yeah,
it was like up herself and like, and she called Paige and everyone mean girls. Yeah,
being weird.
She's not like that. I don't think Lexi's that. I think Lexi's made much more. I think she would come back. I think she's got that energy that she can come back.
Yeah, I think so too.
If she didn't make any relationship, then I don't think she would be. I would even question her coming back or not. No. Like the fact that I think she would come back means that she has made some connections.
Yeah, but I don't think it's very strong. I think like it's very weak connections and it's only because of Jesse Solomon because he kept monopolizing her time and he didn't want her. Remember, he kept saying in previous episodes like, "I don't want you to hang out with the girls because the girls have been saying this about me and the girls have been saying that and it's not fair." And he's
like, "Why are my friends talking bad about me?" But I don't. But I don't. Why? It makes me think that they're not my friends.
It's like grating on me. Okay. Anyway, so how did you feel about the freedom dinner?
My favorite. This is classic Lindsay being Lindsay, Lindsaying it up. Okay, listen to me. Yeah. Firstly, let me just
wait. Let me speak. What she meant was basically that she didn't. It wasn't emphasis on Carl. It was more to do with I'm so glad that this happened and he did this to me because otherwise I'd never be pregnant with my baby. I think that's what she meant, and
it's so unnecessary. Have the freedom dinner with your friends in New York when you get back. Like she did it on purpose with Carl. So unnecessary. She did it on purpose. They could have still filmed it. She could have told the cameras to come to New York.
No one. They wouldn't have done that anyway. She did it.
Kyle and Amanda speaking about TV.
She knows that she's been quite dry this season because she's pregnant. Yeah. So and she's not drinking and she's not doing crazy shit. So she had to do some dramatic stuff. That's why she put the song
Carl's expense. I'm sorry. Everything that comes out of her mouth is like, I don't believe Carl can have sex.
He's such a victim because he's a
sexless person. He doesn't know how to have sex. He also, like, I'm so glad, Carl, like, my life is so good without you. You've got nothing going on. Your business is going to suffer. It's shit. It's shit, and your business is shit, and I'm so happy. I've got everything I've ever wanted. And what do you have, Carl?
I'm happy for Lindsay doing that.
I just think she's not over it. She literally said at the dinner.
She's too soft.
No, you know, at the dinner she goes, I'm just doing this freedom dinner because, like, literally that last year was humiliating for me, quite frankly.
It was.
Literally what Carl said last week. I think she's embarrassed from what happened. She just admitted
Carl
it.
is a turd of a human being. Okay, he's a turd.
She admitted she is embarrassed, and I've said it the whole time. I think she's more embarrassed that happened.
How was she embarrassed? She's
She
embarrassed
said it.
that she was
It
with
was
that leader in
humiliating.
the first place.
What does
She
humiliating
was
mean?
with Carl in the first place. Okay, let's move on because we'll never agree on this. We'll never. And
And she even was so happy when she was putting the sandwiches out. She was like, this is so funny. Like, my sandwiches are better than his sandwiches.
Can you comment and let us know if you are Team Lindsay or Team Carl in this whole fight with Carl?
My whole point is that Carl's saying she's not over it, and the signs are there she's not over it.
No.
Do you think she's over it? No, can I ask you a question?
No.
Do you think she's over the breakup?
Yes, but I think she just wants to dig a knife in because of how humiliating it was for her, and because of how humiliating it was for being with Carl in the first place because he's such an evil turd. Okay,
but
anyway,
isn't it a win that she's in a better place? Genuine, like, isn't that just it?
But he still humiliated her on TV, and she's
she needs to get revenge. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I would definitely would.
Where else was he going to break up with her? It's the program.
Okay, anyway, just stop. We can't have this fight repeatedly. Okay, just shut up. Now, let's move on to.
Let's move on to Kyle.
Wait, how did you feel about Kyle talking to Lexi?
Oh, no, wait, can I just finish with Carl? Because you know he was talking about the business mobile pop up stuff,
please.
right?
That's stressing
my
me out
business
so
partner. I'm my business partner. Okay, it was all.
Okay.
He's trying. He's trying to do something. I guess
his business, was stressing me out so much. Every time he talks about it, he's bleeding £10,000 a month.
Yeah, it did concern me when he was like, "This is all I have right now, and it keeps me up at night."
It did disturb you. Okay, it's not even open right now, and this is a year later.
You can't feel bad for him. You should be happy if you really are what you're saying, Team Lindsay. You should be happy for his situation. Like he's going to be in the pit, in the gutter. I feel bad. I do.
I feel stressed for him because he's an idiot and he keeps making stupid decisions.
That's what I'm saying. So if she was over it and a genuine person to just go back on the track of being friends, she wouldn't do this because if you do think he's genuinely losing his money, he doesn't know he's
she doesn't want to be friends with him. He doesn't have a chance to be in a relationship.
Yeah, but there is a friendship before that. She needs to get over the fact that she needs to put emphasis on the.
Just stop talking about this situation, okay?
No, but I'm just saying, can she? I'm just saying, I feel really bad for him because the digs at him are not necessary. They were friends before they were lovers, okay?
Just stop. She doesn't care.
Get back on the right track.
Who wants to be friends with someone who humiliated them and left them at the altar, basically? Okay.
Oh my god, Amanda got humiliated by Kyle. We're gonna go on to next. She's not. She's still she's still cheering him on for his sperm. So
oh, gross.
God, she's supporting him still.
Wait. What I've got to say is that basically the Carl situation is freaking me out because of it's in the middle of nowhere. It's a warehouse, and it's not on a street that people can go to for a drink. Okay, dummy, stop wasting money. Get out of that situation. Okay, next, I'm going to talk about like I said, Kyle talking to
Lexi,
and how did you feel about Kyle and Carl talking about the ick, and they didn't know what the ick was?
Yeah, I do that. This is old man Carl. This is old man Kyle. I love it. I think he doesn't understand what ick is. It's classic. It just reminds me that he's
How did you feel about the interview and they were asking about other stuff? They were asking about those other.
I didn't know any of those words.
Yeah, neither did I. It makes me feel very old.
But I love it. Actually, it endears me to Kyle when he does things like this, where he's like, what is that?
Yeah, I like that. And how did you feel about Kyle talking to Lexi as well? About the situation, about
that's what Kyle does. He, they sit at the dinner table and he brings up some awkward thing, what happened before. But I think he went about it in a trying to be not messy way. He was trying, but he can't help it, to stir the shit. It wasn't obviously Jessie wouldn't be grateful for the fact that he went to Lexi straight away and said, "Well, what is the Sierra of it all?" But I think he was trying to steer the ship, try to, because he's seen all the mess and all the conflicts that's happened with the taking people's side, and he was trying to emphasize we're not gonna, because she is also new, and he's kind of the daddy of the show in that he actually brought the show to Bravo as well. I think he's savvy to the fact that he doesn't want to have people to take sides and for her to kind of get pushed out. So
Yeah,
I
I
think
think
he's
he felt
trying to do
bad
it in
for her,
that
and he
way.
felt like everyone was
Yeah,
there for
he said it to
Jessie,
her.
and no one's sitting with her. Like,
Yeah,
and
and
he
he
felt
said it to
bad.
her. He said, like, I don't
He
want
had
it to be
empathy.
like teams and like we're picking his
Yeah,
side
yeah,
over
yeah.
yours. So I think he was
Because
doing it
I
from a
feel like it was
genuinely.
like that. Everyone was rushing to Jessie and like
Yeah.
going to like pander to him. And
Well,
also,
until Gabby came in and was like, it smells like a gym and like
yeah, and
so
then that
hot in here.
stupid Wes was
I
all
can
upset
literally
by that.
imagine that.
Like,
I've been
fart.
there.
I thought it smelled like farts in there. I didn't think it smelled
When
like
she said that, I was like, oh, I could. It literally, it was like,
farts.
yeah, I can smell it right now. I can smell that gym, hot, sweaty, like
Fart.
room kind of gross
And
energy.
oh my god, Wes, yeah, he just looks terrible all the time. He needs to shave off his moustache and get a
You agree
haircut.
with Jessie? I don't
And
remember.
also
He
on
did
Watch
come
What
in
Happens
last
Live,
season with that one.
guess what he was wearing on Watch What Happens Live? He was wearing like a black blazer, like low cut with no top inside.
Oh my
It
god, I
was
can't
so
watch it.
gross.
I can't wait to watch
He was
it.
extra red in the face. He was like bright red in the face. It was so gross.
Because
And then
he gets
Jessie
nervous.
wore
He
something.
is like so concerned with what people think. Like I can see him thinking 100 times before he answers any questions. He's just
Yeah,
such
yeah,
a people
yeah.
pleaser, and I
No,
just
no, but
can't
he's
stand
so
him.
calculating. That shows that he's so calculating and
Yeah.
evil, like he was to Sierra. Okay, so now I just want to talk about what is there left to talk about actually?
No, West, yeah, he's getting all excited as well because Sierra was like, "Are you going to drive forward or backwards?" And he was getting all like, "Oh my god, she's helping me! Oh, this is great, great!" Like he's just
Yeah, people aren't gonna
concerned
hate
with
me anymore.
what people
People aren't,
think.
yeah.
Yeah, that people are not
He,
gonna like me now again and things. Ugh.
yeah, he wants to be friends with Sierra again quickly so that the audience won't hate him anymore.
Yeah, and
That's
he
what
is
he's
so
aiming for.
happy that Lexi and Jesse broke up. Like you could
Yeah,
see on
yeah,
his
yeah,
face, he was like buzzing about it. He was trying to
yeah.
be like a good friend to Jesse and stuff, but he's so happy because he can't stand them together, and he wants his single friend back.
And I thought it was sad that they cut Emurl out of the episode again. Like he was barely in it. Like he barely said a few words like to any of the people. I don't know why they cut him out so much. Like last week they blatantly cut him out, and this week they really like they minimized his words or like his
Yeah,
presence and his words.
yeah, they
I
didn't
don't
show
know
him. They
why.
didn't give him a
Weird.
confessional, nothing. So
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was weird as well.
well, it's not weird. They've not given him one for two. That's a
But
given.
he
I think
has
he's
been
not
on
getting
Watch
any
What
more.
Happens. Oh, did you see him on Watch What Happens
Once in the
Live with
beginning.
Jessie Sullivan?
Yeah, but that was right in the beginning about
Yeah, but that
Toadgate.
was so gross. They literally put a sex toy on him and like he was enjoying it. He was like,
Oh, I
yeah.
didn't see that.
They put a sex toy on him, like a vibrating underwear on him, like on top of his pants, and then Jessie Solomon had the control and like kept buzzing him, like zapping him.
Weird.
But
Weird. I don't know.
it was weird,
They
and he was
obviously
like,
don't want anything. He's obviously not coming back next season. They obviously don't want anything to do with him. But I don't know if there's something's going to come out of there. Do you think he's going to be in the reunion? I haven't seen anything.
I don't think he's in the reunion. I think I heard that he's not in the reunion for some reason.
That's what
I
I
think
heard as well.
it's so
I don't know.
weird. Like they even had those weird. Do you remember that other guy that was there for one season wonder? He came on with uh who's the Italian guy as well? They came on with the Italian guy as well. And then
Yeah,
that other
who
guy,
is he? Yeah, I
the
know.
other guy
He's
that
married to
was
someone
like
called
an army
Lexi
guy as
too.
well. The army guy
But
came as well. He was there for one season.
Army?
He was Hispanic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And the
I
other
think he
guy,
still
I
hangs out
think
with them. I see them in there when they
he
have
was
their events
Asian.
and
The
stuff.
other guy was Asian American. He was there for one season as well, and he was like
Oh
a gym
yeah,
bro or
you and
something.
Mix. Yeah,
Alex, that's his name. Alex.
Alex. Yeah.
That's what that guy's name was. And
Oh
they brought
yeah.
him on. They were pointless. And this guy has like much more interesting story actually, like about how he tried to get his green card
I think the
and
house don't like
about
him.
his
That's
sex
why
stuff.
the house people in the house don't like him. So that's why.
Yeah, but that's not a reason not to put him on the reunion if they put
Yeah,
those
because they
these
just
white
don't. They
people on.
can't. Well, yeah, but the reason why they're cutting him out and stuff, I think they're just like because they don't like him. They don't. I don't know.
Yeah, but he needs to be on
Amanda
the reunion.
swimwear line. What do we think?
Oh yeah, Amanda Swimmer line. Like I think it's pointless.
I think her low energy. Like she literally came into that rooftop and was like, "Hi." Like if
Kyle's
this
the
is
only
your
reason
thing, can
that
you be
they
a bit
keep her on
more?
the show.
Can you put her? Can you be a bit more like in charge and like this is your event instead of hi, do you want me to take this down now? Like you look like an extra.
Hi,
You look like you're saying
Kyle.
And honestly, her parents, like at the end after her speech, firstly, when I've noticed when Kyle gets drunk, because when he was introducing, like, this is my wife Amanda, noticed this, his voice gets higher.
Yeah.
He was almost like, I didn't know if it was a female voice or not. He was like, tall guy in the back, I think his name's Carl. Can you sit down? Or can you quiet? But his voice went so high pitched. Her parents started crying, like her mum started crying at the end, which I was like, that's too much. But I think they're so proud of her because they think she's going to get some money. So when she leaves Kyle, she'll have something for herself.
Oh, please.
That's the problem with her. The problem with her is that for her parents and her dad is like, if you leave Kyle, you have no money. Because she's just like everything for Kyle.
Yeah, the wedding episode. Yeah.
Well, in general, like she's left
Amanda's
her job
parents are dry
for
like
him.
her. Amanda's parents are extremely dry like her. They're just like basically like little like other Amandas. Like 3 Amandas.
But I think that I think they were like, the only reason I can think why they were crying is because they're like, finally she's got some money, she can leave him, you know.
No, also I think that they're dumb if they think that, because this is just a collaboration. She's just getting a percentage. She's just getting a percentage.
Yeah, I know, but like
it's not hers.
A glimmer of hope, because she left her job and everything for him, and he wouldn't let her like do anything. Like he was like holding her down, and you know, so she needs some money for herself. Like in general, like, you know, we all know you need some money for yourself.
Now, do you think Amanda and Kyle are going to be together forever, or are they going to break up? I hope they eventually break up, because they're not meant for each other. It's just like it's not. They are, right.
And I think sooner rather than later, please just don't delay
Yeah, they should have. They should have never got married. It's like Brittany and Jack. Another couple that should have never got married. And like
there's
Schwartz
no one
and
perfect
Katie
for Jack.
never get married. No. There's no one. There's no one for Jax. He's just a demon.
There's no one perfect for Jax, but Kyle, there's someone probably for him, and Amanda, there's someone for her. They're just not meant to be together.
Kyle needs another like eccentric, crazy person like him, like that just wants to work all the time and then like party all the time and then work and party. That's what he needs. Someone
I don't know
with same energy as him.
I don't know. I'm starting to feel like he's like in that. Obviously, that's the storyline for them, is that he's like ready to have kids and she's not. I don't know if that means that the partying's out of him, but I think
no, he'll never stop partying. That's how he releases stress. That's what he does to release stress. That's the only thing he does.
Yeah, but you don't know.
Like, and he's got that stupid DJ career as well.
Sometimes when you have kids, like I think he's intentionally trying to find something else to like hold on to, as opposed to just partying. And Amanda's too dry. He's got nothing else. That's what I'm saying. So Amanda is just. How
do you feel about his DJ career?
What am I coming home to? Because she's just dry, right?
What about his DJ career?
She's just whining. He needs something else to be like, oh. So that's why he's got his DJ career. So he's constantly looking for an outlet, because the options at home are like dry.
But that's why he needs high energy people. He can't be with a low energy
but
person.
But even if he likes skiing and stuff, he has other interests. Like she won't do that kind of. Kyle, I just want.
She's a low energy person. Also,
so
what did you feel about Sierra was like explaining to Kyle? Do you remember like it's like the ick is like, you know, like how what we all said to you when you started your DJ career. Like we all got the ick when you said that you wanted to be a DJ. That was hilarious. That was hilarious. To me, it was freaking hilarious. Okay, I think we've talked about everyone. What do you think? Have we covered everyone? Yeah, I think Wes is pointless. Get off my freaking screen.
West.
You're a West or whatever. I keep calling him Wes. Okay.
Do you know what? Do you know what I was thinking? You know that Lindsay Freedom dinner, when she said, "Oh, by the way, who else wants to do an awkward speech?" Or she referenced Jessie and Lexi. She was like,
"Oh yeah,
you know, I'm just saying, like, I've got freedom, just like Lexi and Jessie." I think she's going to be. Do you know what? When I see her, I think she's going to be one of those really tough mums. Not tough mums, but I think you're not going to get away with anything with that type of person.
Yeah,
like, she's going to be on your case.
But like, I think she's going to be loving.
I think she will be extremely loving, but I think she's going to be tough. Like in her own way, she's going to be. You can't get nothing past her. She's going to have her own ideas of what she wants you to do.
Yeah,
it's going to be very difficult to like change her. Like if you say that I want to drop out of like this school, like I'm at university doing this, I want to drop. Like she's going to be like, no, you're going to finish this and then you can do something else. It's like, Mom, please, like let me live my life. She's going to be very hard.
Quite overbearing.
Overbearing is the word. Overbearing.
What's it called? Helicopter mom. That's the term, isn't it? Helicopter mom. Helicopter parenting. So guys, like I always say, and like Mimi always says as well. Mimi always says, leave a comment below and let us know what you thought of the episode. And also, we need those what's the word? Not comment. Ratings. We need ratings, guys.
Yeah.
So give us 5 stars, because that will let us know that you want us to create more content for you. But if you don't let us know, then we'll probably like stop doing this podcast, because we won't know that you guys appreciate us and want to hear us, and we just need a bit
follow us, subscribe,
we just need a
follow
bit
us.
of like
feedback.
Not energy, feedback. We just
we're
need
a new podcast, so we do need
reassurance.
to
That's the
know.
word.
Yeah, we're a new podcast, so we do need to know like what we're putting out there is like well received or not.
Yeah. And if you want us,
let us know
or not. Okay, so we'll see you next time. We're probably going to talk about Love Hotel and
we've got Below Deck coming up, Love
Below
Hotel,
Deck
Atlanta.
And what?
Atlanta as well.
Atlanta as well. Oh yeah, Atlanta as well. So we'll see you guys then, and we'll try to also do a Korean show as well pretty soon. So we're probably going to be posting episodes every other day, or every few days. You'll definitely get an episode,
2
at
or
least
3 a day, 2 or 3 a week, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
So see you guys soon. Bye.
Bye.